the Ampere's law and the magnetic field strength, so which is denoted with capital B. So here we have to take when a straight elemental conductor of length L meters and carrying current I2 amperes is placed in the same horizontal plane at a distance of r meters from a straight long conductor carrying current I1 amperes in the same opposite direction to I2, the small conductor experiences a force of attraction or repulsion. So here there are two conductors. So one is a very big conductor and one is a very small conductor. So current passing in this conductor is I1 and current passing in this conductor is I2. So length of this small conductor, very small conductor when compared to this big conductor is L. So here the distance between these two conductors is R. So here it experiences if there is a conductor, if there is a current in both the conductors, so a small conductor experiences a force of attraction or otherwise a repulsion. So see here, when currents are in the same direction, it experiences same direction, it experiences attraction. So this small conductor moves towards the big conductor. So when current in this small conductor is opposite to the current in the big conductor, at that time, so this small conductor experiences a force of repulsion. So what is the amount of force, whether it is attractive force or repulsive force, attraction or repulsion? So the amount of force is, that magnitude is mu I1 by 2 pi r I2 L Newton. So here mu depends on the material. I1 is the current in the big conductor. R is the distance between the two conductors. I2 is the current in the small conductor and L is the length of the small conductor. So see here, because of current I1, so I1 is the current flowing from bottom to top. So magnetic flux, so direction of the magnetic flux is in clockwise direction. So here, so towards the left side of this big conductor, flux comes out of the board, and towards right side of the conductor, flux goes into the board. So because of I1, which is in the same direction of I2, flux in the left side of this small conductor comes out of the board, and towards right side of the conductor, flux goes into the board. So here net flux in between the conductors. So because of I1, flux is flowing into the board. Because of I2, flux is coming out of the board. So net flux decreases in between the conductors. So that's why this conductor, small conductor whose length is L, experiences a force of attraction. So when the current is in opposite direction to the I1, so at that time, so the flux left of this conductor is into the board, and towards right of the conductor comes out of the board. So in between the conductors, so flux because of I1 and flux because of I2, when I2 is in opposite direction of I1, so that net flux adds each other. So the flux because of I2 adds to the flux because of I1. So at that time, this small conductor whose length is L experiences a force of repulsion. Whether it is attraction or repulsion, the magnitude is F mu I1 by 2 pi r I2 L Newton. So here we can replace that mu I1 by 2 pi r as B. So F equal to B I2 L Newton. So this is the second equation and this is first equation, where so B is the magnetic. So this is nothing but Ampere's law. So it experiences a force of attraction or repulsion. So up to this point it is Ampere's law. So here where B is the magnetic field strength, so which is denoted with B is the magnetic field strength or the magnetic flux density. So B can be B has two names, magnetic field strength or otherwise called as magnetic flux density. So the mathematical expression for B is B equal to mu I1 by 2 pi r Tesla, or otherwise Weber per meter square, because it is a flux density. So flux per unit area, Weber per meter square, or otherwise Tesla. Other name for B is magnetic field strength. So here mu, where mu is mu naught mu r. So mu is called as absolute permeability. So where again mu naught equal to permeability of free space, which is a constant 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Weber per ampere per meter, and mu r is relative permeability of the magnetic material or medium. The magnetic field intensity, so which is denoted with H, or other name for this magnetic field intensity is the magnetizing force H. So the magnetic field intensity H is defined as the ratio of the magnetic flux density capital B and the absolute permeability of the medium mu. So H is equals to ratio between B and mu. So B by mu. So here unit comes as ampere turn by meter, because so for B unit is Weber per meter square, and for mu unit is Weber per ampere turn meter. So here Weber gets cancelled. So leftover is, and meter gets cancelled, ampere turn per meter. So unit for H is ampere turn by meter. So it is a ratio between magnetic flux density and mu. So that is absolute permeability of the medium. So here from this expression H equal to B by mu. So B equal to mu H. So other way of defining this magnetic field intensity H or magnetizing force H is, so taking a ring like this, so which is a magnetic material, so which passes the magnetic flux, and here there is a winding, and this winding is connected to a voltage source, so that there is a current in this winding. So current flows in this direction. So hold the coil such that 4 fingers gives the direction of the current, thumb gives the direction of the flux. So flux passes in this magnetic material. So here steel core, I am using steel core. So steel is a good conductor for the magnetic flux. So magnetic flux passes in this steel core. And here this is R is a mean radius of the circle. So here there is inner circle, this is a inner circle, and there is a outer circle, and R is the mean radius, not inner radius or not outer radius, it is a mean radius, average radius. Here number of turns is N, current passing in this winding is I, and it is a steel core, and there is a flux which is passing in this direction. And here if you take a cross section, and again there is a circle whose diameter is D. Cross sectional area, so this cross sectional area is given by in terms of diameter. So diameter of this cross section pi by 4 d square meter square. So this is the cross sectional area A of the ring. So when mean circumference of the ring L, so mean circumference, so what is the mean circumference? It is nothing but it is in the form of a circle. So it is nothing but circumference of the circle. So circumference of the ring L equal to 2 pi r meter. So circumference of the ring L is, because it is the length is 2 pi r meter. So a steel ring of mean radius r meters and a circular cross section of diameter d meters with a coil of n turns wound around it, through which a current of I amperes flows. The current flowing through the coil sets up a magnetic flux within the ring. So here there is a ring, and this ring is owned by, so a steel ring of mean radius. So this is the steel ring of mean radius r meters and a circular cross section of diameter d meters. So here the circular cross section of a diameter is d meters with a coil of n turns. So here this is a coil whose number of turns is n turns wound around it. So through which a current of I amperes flows. So current flowing in this winding is I amperes. So the current flowing through the coil. So the current flowing through the coil, this coil sets up a magnetic flux within the ring. So this current sets up a magnetic flux within the ring. So the magnetic field intensity H or the magnetizing force H is defined as the magnetomotive force per unit length of the magnetic circuit. So the definition, other definition for magnetizing force is, which is denoted with H is, so it is the ratio, that is magnetomotive force per unit length of the magnetic circuit. So that is F by L ratio. H is equals to F by L. So unit for F is ampere turn, unit for L is meters. So F, magnetomotive force, is given by number of turns into current, Ni by 2 pi r ampere turn by meter. Here where L is the length of the magnetic circuit, that is the circumference, so which is given by 2 pi r. So this is one expression for magnetizing force or the magnetic field intensity. So magnetic field intensity is equals to F by L or Ni by 2 pi r. Let's suppose there is only one turn, at that time H is equals to I by 2 pi r ampere turn per meter. So this is about Ampere's law and the magnetic field strength capital B and the magnetic field intensity capital H or the magnetizing force H. So the Ampere's law and the magnetic field strength capital B and the magnetic field intensity capital H or the magnetizing force H.